And welcome to the build-up from RamsTV. It's a busy week for Derby County. The Rams are back in action here at Pride Park Stadium tonight. They're taking on Charlton Athletic and they're looking for a first home win of the season. Yeah, it hasn't gone Derby's way at Pride Park so far. A wild defeat to Coventry, followed by the draw with Bristol City and loss to Preston last time out here. The Rams have fared better on the road. That's where they picked up their first win at West Brom and then made it 3 unbeaten away from home with Saturday's draw at Wrexham. Yeah, Derby facing 3 newcomers to the Championship this week alone, with Southampton coming up at Pride Park at the weekend. Let's hear from the Derby camp ahead of tonight's game. Here's defender Dion Sanderson reflecting first on that draw in North Wales on Saturday.
I think after looking back at the time, well, probably still now I am a bit disappointed. I think we could have got more from the game, but a point away from home anywhere I think is a good result.
And it gives you something to sort of build on, I guess.
Yeah, I guess it's a step in the right direction. You know, we've got a busy week. So yeah, hopefully we can back it up with 2 wins. You
signed right on the eve of the new season, came on at Stoke opening day. Since then you've started every single game. Did you expect to be as involved so quickly?
No, to be honest, just because I didn't have a pre-season. And I knew it would take a while for my fitness, obviously, and to get fitter in training. But yeah, I got thrown into the thick of things, and it was quite tough. I think it would have been tough no matter where I went, just because, like I said, I didn't have no pre-season. So, but I've enjoyed it so far. I've loved every moment of it.
Have you felt yourself improving because your performances seem to have got better and better?
Yeah, I feel myself improving. To be fair, I more look at the team just after games. Obviously, results, when you're winning, you do kind of think like, oh, I did have a good game. But there's been a few games, I know we haven't lost, but it's like we've been picking up points and it's like, what could we do better? as a team going forward. But yeah, I do feel myself getting fitter, stronger and improving, so it's all good.
We talked when you arrived about the fact there were familiar faces in the dressing room. Did it take you long to settle in here?
No, not at all. Yeah, obviously there's a lot of players that I've played with in the past, and just that I knew outside of football, so it was easy to settle in. I think the fans helped. Obviously, once things got going with myself and the performances, and straight away I felt at home.
No one more familiar, perhaps, than the manager. Fourth time you've worked with John Eustace, third time you've played for him. Has the relationship changed much through the years?
Not really. I always, when I've worked with him, I've knew what he's expected from me, from his team. So, yeah, it's not like we go out and grab a coffee now and then, but it's all the same work to me, and I love working under him.
You must have heard every speech and every line from him. How does he keep it fresh for you?
There's always, every day is a new day. Obviously the games that we play, we look back at them, we try and take the positives out of them. So I think, just playing for Derby County, you're motivated to do well anyway. So I don't think it's a hard job for him at all.
Do the rest of the lads ever come up to you and say, you've played for him before, what does he mean by this, or what does he think about that?
No, not yet, no. I haven't had that, but I think the message is quite simple towards the lads, and they understand it, so yeah. Is
it important for players to just have things as straightforward as possible, which it seems to be that's what you get with him? Yeah, I think, listen, if it's simple, then it's easy work for us to do out on the grass. It's just we're the ones to do it, we're the ones to get the result, so once we cross that white line, it's down to us. Busy week, as you mentioned already. It continues on Tuesday, home to Charlton. How desperate are you to experience that winning feeling at Pride Park for the first time? Yeah, it's something that I've been eager to get. I want to build that home reputation where we can win games, teams are going to be scared to come to Pride Park, and I think that's the culture we have to build. So I guess the point on the weekend isn't such a bad thing leading on to this game. 4 of the next 5 are at home. Does that give you the chance to do exactly what you're talking about? 100%. I think week in, week out, we get a great turnout from the fans. What a pleasure it is to play in front of them, and I think it's important for us to give that winning feeling back to them. That's Derby defender Dion Sanderson. Well, tonight's visitors Charlton are going for a 3rd win on the spin. They haven't done that at this level for 10 years. In fairness, Charlton have spent 8 of the past 9 years in League One. They're back in the Championship this season after Nathan Jones led them to promotion via the playoffs back in May. Macaulay Gillespie scored the only goal at Wembley, and his header set Charlton on their way to a 3-0 victory over Blackburn at the weekend. Sonny Kerry and James Bree made the scoreline look a little more comfortable late on. Here's what their manager made of it.
I'm very pleased. I mean, I'm proud of that performance. That's as good as we've been, and considering Blackburn, perennial Championship side, almost, just missed out on the playoffs last year. They're in good form. Could have, should have, would have beaten Ipswich last week. She shows they're a good side, But I thought after the first 10 minutes when we got to grips of stuff, I thought we were outstanding. I mean, our second half performance is as good as you'll see. It had energy, athleticism, it had quality. We looked dangerous, we looked a threat, and in all honesty, it could have been more. I mean, we had some clear-cut chances there and real good opportunities, real good situations that we should have taken advantage of. But hey, if someone had said you can win 3-0 at home, I absolutely, categorically would have taken that. Because on that note, we've wanted the points, but we've also wanted the goals to reflect performances and add consecutive clean sheets into that as well. The squad really got what they deserved today. Yeah, I feel so. And look, it's what it's been about for us is performances, and as we're in an evolution process here that we have to adjust to the level. Once we've adjusted to the level, then we can improve and evolve and have more possession like Championship teams do, and be more fluid in the final third, but that has to come from a real solid basis, and we have a solid basis. We showed that last year, and then we evolved as the season went on, we got better, and that's, you know, the aim here now.
Finally, consecutive wins at this level, not easy. Consecutive clean sheets at this level, not easy. How much confidence can that build in the group as we head into a busy week on the road?
Well, whether it builds confidence, you don't know. All it will do is reiterate the fact that we say, look, we do certain things here, and we have to do the basics very, very well. If you do the basics very, very well at any level, but especially the championship, then you have opportunities to pick up points. Then you have to work and evolve, be fluid, have more possession, have more final third entries, you know, more clear-cut chances, and all those. And that's an evolution process. But we are in that evolution process. But what we are is, we do the basics very, very well, and we're going to have to continue to do that.
That's Charlton boss Nathan Jones. Let's take a quick look at the rest of the action in the Championship this midweek. 8 games tonight, including Birmingham against Sheffield Wednesday and Middlesbrough against Stoke. That's first against third. 4 more games tomorrow, including second place Coventry's trip to Millwall. And one more thing to do before we go. Let's hear from Derby boss John Eustace. Here's the head coach, starting with his thoughts on Saturday's draw at Wrexham.
I think the lads show great character to come from behind. You know, so pleased that we scored a really good goal. Playing out from the back was good in difficult conditions, and you know, it's a good point, and we move on now.
It's been a while since your last 3-game week. Does it bring any particular challenges for you in terms of preparation?
Not really. You know, we're prepared. We're ready. We're up against a really difficult opponent. Lots of energy. Started the season well as well. So it's a game that we know it's going to be really difficult, but one we're really looking forward to.
You've talked a lot about building the squad and building the minutes up in the squad as well. Do you feel that you now have the ability to freshen things up if that's the route you want to go down?
Yeah, I think that's been proven in the last few games, you know, when we've had to make changes at half-time or on 60 minutes, they've all made an impact. And I've said over the course of 46 games, you know, everyone's going to be needed. I think the boys coming off the bench have certainly made an impact.
Is there a balancing act in terms of looking at what's in front of you, whether it's in-game or the next game, and planning ahead for the weeks to come?
There is a little bit, but you know, we take each game as it comes. You know, that's the most important thing, and you know, Tuesday's game is the most important game now. So you know, we focus on that.
You mentioned Charlton briefly already. Made the best start of the 3 promoted sides. Actually, what have you made of them so far? Yeah,
they're a really good team. Very energetic. Got a lot of momentum from last season as well. They're coached very well. So you know, we know it's going to be a difficult match, but as I said, you know, one we're really looking forward to.
You're back at Pride Park for this one. 4 of your next 5 actually at home. What's going to be the key to picking up some results at Pride Park?
Scoring goals, of course. You know, being more clinical in the final third. Trying to keep clean sheets as well. So listen, there's lots we need to work on, and you know, we're working our socks off to make sure we can get some positive results.
That's Derby boss John Eustace, and this has been the build-up from RamsTV. You can join us tonight for Derby County against Charlton Athletic. It's available to watch on RamsTV everywhere outside the UK, so get your Game Pass now at dcfc.co.uk. Matchday Live with you from 7:30 for an 8 o'clock kickoff here at Pride Park Stadium. Goodbye for now.